Maya. I tried to stuff down my feelings down, but seeing Jaime alone in the middle of the lunch crowd gives me all the feels. Oh look, she was rescued. Oh, gee, look who they're sitting with. Not my kind of crowd, but it totally suits her. It's like the island of misfit toys. That was a little mean. I guess she catches herself because she turns to me. JK, she'll be okay. See, she's already made friends. I'm sure Jai is miserable, but she does look more relaxed sitting with them. I tried to relax too. So next year, do you guys want to do theme days like we talked about? I vote Monday for being sports day. We can wear joggers. I gotta admit though, I don't get it. What does he see in her anyway? Who? Anthony, who else? I thought he had better taste. Then again, he was with Nicky Lador, so maybe he keeps his bar low. Could be the heat, but I'm annoyed by Ciela's comments. I have a sudden weird thought. She isn't jealous, is she? Hey, C. Dude, did you see that? Nah. I'm bored. Let's go do hula hoops. Yes. We head over. There are already a bunch of kids and not enough hula hoops. That's okay. I'll go play volleyball. Meet you after? Please. Like we don't know that's what you'd rather do. Total excuse. It's true, but I just shrug and run towards the net. Big mistake. Awkward doesn't begin to describe it. Coach Darrell divides us into two groups, Team A and Team B. We start. Jamie's one of the best players, so they let her serve. Somehow, I bump into my teammate, who spikes it over the net. Jai hurls herself in front of another girl and does something I've only seen happen in 8th grade co-captain. I dive and roll. It's flippin' spectacular. Even Jaime is stunned. She doesn't get up for a moment. Now, if you could do that in a real game, Jaime, that'd be something. Jaime hogs the ball her side and tries to dissipate me with it. Okay, now I'm mad. That's a total spite. Something fires me too, and I keep digging or spiking it right back. Finally, Coach Darrell blows her whistle and calls the game. Okay, people, final score, 10-7. Good game. Now, switch activities. Mr. Ballman is setting up a hacky sack on the north end. Hey, Em, we're done. Let's do potato sack races. Fine with me. I'm spitting mad at Jaime for trying to knock my head off. But although I'm mad, I turn to find her out of the habit. I suddenly think about how we've been inseparable since kindergarten. Come on, Em, you'll be my partner. I'm sure hope this is worth it. Jaime. I'm ready to hurl knives at my so-called former friends, especially Maya and Grace. They're like cowardly robots who do anything Ciela says. Maybe I'm not at school, but at least I'm, well, myself. Queen C may rule with her overlord evil powers, but they are 100% organic, farm-to-table chicken. I went from sad to steaming mad as soon as I saw Maya at volleyball. All I wanted to do was take her out. I almost did a few times, but she's no slouch. She's pretty good at the game, especially defense. So we keep hurling the ball at each other and pretty much forgot that everyone else was there. Okay, I'd better backtrack. Before volleyball, I was still hanging out with Anthony, Tyler, and the three girls. I liked sitting there, listening to them talk about teachers, classes, and stuff. I even joined in a little and told them about the time Miss Wynne made me get up in front of the class and read 5 pages from King Lear. I mispronounced every other word, but instead of getting embarrassed, I started mispronouncing them on purpose, and it became a giant game for everyone. They all laughed. Well, everybody except Brianna. She looked like she wanted to, but was holding back for some reason. Maybe she doesn't have a sense of humor. Other than that, I was surprised at how much the girls' friendship seemed like Maya's and mine. Or how it used to be. Also, I was shocked that Emmy could speak. But soon, I noticed Ciela, Maya, and Grace watching us from the ledge. And they start whispering, about me, obviously. I tried to ignore them, but Emmy, Brianna, and Sarah started noticing the low-sum threesome too, and they looked really uncomfortable. The boys were talking to each other and tuned everything out. They're staring at us and whispering. So are we? Think they're talking about us? Oh, yeah, that's what they're good at. Emmy and Brianna give me a weird look. I could see they're growing more uneasy. So was I, but I didn't want them getting caught up in my mess. Besides, it's not like the girls who enjoy being the center of attention, especially Ciela's attention. Being here was making things worse, so I started to get up and leave. But Anthony, who finally looked up and noticed, chimed in. Forget about him, let's go play some games. The others quickly agreed. I think they wanted to get away from C-Scope. I decided to distract myself with volleyball. That's one thing that always makes me feel better. As much as I like fashion, manicures, and food, I love volleyball. But I managed to turn a fun game into a near massacre. And now, here I sit, having anger management issues as if my emotions weren't already all over the place. Suddenly, I hear Coach Durrell blow her whistle. Mr. Bodman speaks into a megaphone. Nothing lures a kid, even a big kid, like giant human hamster balls. The loathsome squeal and make a detour from the potato sack area toward the tumble balls, which makes me want to avoid that game altogether. But then I see Tyler and Anthony heading there, and I change my mind. I want to stay tough, and I want everyone to see that I'm not broken. I get up, wipe my sweaty palms aggressively on my dirty leggings, and head over. Maya. As we wander to the tumble ball area, all the other kids watch us. People always watch C. I gotta admit, being with her feels celebrity-like. With Jaime, I didn't really pay attention to how people saw us. It's so different with C. Okay, I hate admitting it, but I love that people think I'm cool just by being with C. And she's taken her status to a whole new level this year. It's like she's got all this newfound confidence and it just rubs off on us. Only problem is if you can't keep up. Also, being with C comes with sort of a price. Like you've got to let go of some control or opinions or Grace, we're not twins. Can you stop walking like me? This is going to be so much fun. Remember last year when Josh Collins rolled into me on purpose? He pretended he didn't like me, but I could see right through that. I remember that time. I also remember that Jai talked to Ciela into racing him because he liked Josh too. They became a couple for like 3 weeks after that. Coach Cheryl and Mr. Bodeman tried to round everybody up. Ciela grabs my arm and leads me into line number 1. She practically shoves me in front. You go first and I'll go right after you. You can test the course, Sam. I'm thrown off balance. Sometimes C can be aggressive, but she's my new BFF and I don't want to disappoint her. For some reason, I suddenly feel torn. This half proud to be of celeb status, this half guilty and missing Jai. I can't help it. I look for her habit. Oh. I can't race against her. No way. See, can you go first, please? So much for brave, but fine. I feel deflated and when C calls me out, but there's no way I can go against Jai. Especially now. Jaime. Is this some cosmic joke that out of all of 7th graders, I happen to be standing right next to my stupid ex-BFF? My little brother would probably have some scientific explanation for it. It's the way the cosmos are aligned. Check it out. Mr. Brahman raises his megaphone again and goes over the rules. No rolling over your friends off path, no bouncing your friends down the ravine, and no tossing your cookies. I can't believe I'm racing Maya. I see her whisper something to Ciela, who's standing behind her. Then they trade places. Seriously? Fine, I'll race Ciela. Better yet. It feels like the anger is building up inside of me, like fury bubbles up my throat. I'll do this and come out on top. She may be Miss Popular, but I'm a better athlete. Ciela and I are first, and the teachers help us into the big, goofy balls. Even though we did this last year's field day, I still feel wobbly and unsure getting in. Ciela is screeching and either laughing or crying, I'm not sure. I dream about rolling her like a human bowling ball into Maya and Grace. I struggle to stand up. I remember last year trying to adjust myself so I wouldn't fall out of the opening. I get myself upright and hold onto the clear, puffy sides. It's kind of slick in here and humid. I try not to think about it too much. Once we're set, Coach Earl raises her lips to her whistle. Everyone outside is screaming, cheering us on. On your mark, get set. I look over at Ciela. I have only one thought in my head. Beat her. Go. The teachers give us a little shove and we're off. Well, sort of. This thing isn't easy. I slip and tumble right away, rolling to the side of the course. Coach Earl runs over and rotates me. I hear everyone laughing, but it's a good laugh. A fun laugh. Somehow, I get upright and finally remember how I did it last year. Slow, long steps pressing along the side of the ball. I also push with my hands. There we go. I'm doing it. Ciela is far ahead of me. What I can see of her anyway, I can barely see, period. But in a few seconds, I manage to catch up. At first, I think my rage is fueling this thing, but I realize it's just moving too fast, out of my control, and now I'm reeving off again. Before I know it, I'm tumbling into Ciela. Our inflatables collide. That causes mine to bounce in the opposite direction. I slip and fall and toss inside the ball before it comes to a stop. When it does, I'm laughing so hard, tears roll down my cheek. This is just what I needed. If I can't beat her, I might as well pound into her. I have no idea where I am. I crawl out, stinking like an old sock. I look towards the finish line for Ciela, but she's not there. I turn around and see her ball behind me. Ciela is sitting on the ground, a good distance away from it. She's all red-faced, like she's about to cry. I see why. Her shirt had come off in the inflatable ball. It's a loose top, so it must have flown over her head when we collided. We're supposed to tuck our shirts in our shorts or pants beforehand, but either she didn't listen or it came loose anyway. Coach Earl is already hurling herself into the ball and grabbing the shirt. She runs with it towards Ciela, who's now sitting behind her body with her arms. I hear the laughter before I see the others. The kids are pointing at Ciela and some of the boys are whistling. Mr. Brahman is trying to calm everyone down by yelling over the megaphone. Avert your eyes, people! It takes only a second for Coach to help Ciela get her shirt on, and it's probably a few seconds of exposure. But it happened, and I've got to hand it to her. Once the shirt was on, she sniffles, wipes her eyes, and knows quickly and gets up without missing a beat. Everyone claps as she walks back, with Coach Earl rolling the ball beside her. I pull up behind them, trying not to catch anyone's eyes. Some of the boys, like Joe Lango, and half the swim team are hooting, and the girls are giggling. I'm no fan of Ciela, but I would want to die then and there. But what does she do? First, she turned back and gives me the meanest look I've ever seen. Then she turns to the crowd, smiles widely, and waves. Everyone claps again. She takes a bow. Coach Earl and Mr. Bauman facepalm at the same time. I just stand there with my mouth hanging open. As usual, C steals the day. Maya. I can't believe I'm watching my new BFF and my ex-BFF race against each other. And even more unbelievable, instead of curling up in a blueberry ball, Ciela comes out as the star in her own play. I forget that I was torn. I can't help it. That was amazing, C. I would have been like a total wreck. You turned the disaster around. I know, no thanks to her. Did you see that? She totally crashed into me on purpose. Actually, I think it was an act. Ciela says loudly, but out of the teacher's earshot. She made it look like an accident, but I saw her coming at me like a giant ball from the 80s movie, Alabama Jones or something. Jaime's got jealousy issues. Actually, it's sad. She really should be more mature. Wait, that was totally unfair. It was obviously an accident. I don't say anything, but I feel mad. This time at Ciela. Jamie. For English class, we had to Gulliver's Travels. We learned about the Lilliputians who, as Miss Wins put it, are tiny and insignificant. After Ciela blamed me for the crash, I feel just like that. Or maybe not, because the Lilliputians were still smug. I guess I feel like that would have been on the bottom of a Lilliputian's shoe. I really hate to admit it, but I miss Maya. I hate myself for that. It's funny because she would be able to cheer me right up now. Yeah, she's the whole reason I need cheering up. Well, she and Ciela. Right now, I want to decapitate with a volleyball. I'm so tired, and I know it's not from the tumble ball. It's just me. Bonjour, Jamie. Hi, Madame Zukoski. You okay? Oh, well, maybe you should ask Ciela that. Coach Joel is checking on her, but I'm concerned about what happened earlier. Thought I'd see how you're doing. I smile. Someone gets it. Here, have some more water. You look beat. I think of me as your own personal water lady today. Thanks. I pause. Think you'd ever teach 8th grade? Not that it matters. I'm just gonna move myself to another country soon anyway. Don't let them get the best of you, Jamie. You're a confident, cheerful person, and I hate to see you take them away from you. She pats me in the arm and walks back toward the teachers, who are sitting on the ledge and looking alternatively hot and bored out of their minds. Before I have a chance to think about what Madame Z said, I feel a tap on my shoulders, which makes me jump out of my skin. Oh, Anthony! You've got to stop it. I turn around and it's not Anthony, it's Sarah. Stop what? Oh, sorry. It's okay. Listen, I saw what happened and it's so unfair what Ciela said about you. It wasn't your fault. I feel a little better. Thanks. We're going to do the Bing Bang toss. Wanna come? She says it so shyly. I have to smile. I just think about Madame Z's words. Don't let them get the best of you, Jamie. Then I think about how angry I was when I raised Ciela. I'm too tired to be angry anymore. Or sad. I just want to forget about everything. Okay, sure. I follow her to the beanbag toss. Thankfully, it's only the 4 of us. Amy, Brianna, Sarah, and me. The rest of the 7th graders are at Tumble ball, the 6th graders were called for lunch, and the 8th graders are getting ready for the graduation clap-out. We toss beanbags for a while, and soon, almost against my will, I sorta enjoying myself. I'm seeing these girls differently. Before, all I knew about them was that Amy was super quiet and artsy, Brianna was brainy, and Sarah was also quiet and had no fashion sense. We used to wonder why Tyler would start hanging out with them. It's like he landed on planet outcast and likes it. But now, sweet and easygoing, smart and kinda sarcastic, funny and likes to ask questions, but not in the annoying way. Maybe this group is seeing me differently too. Hope so. Soon, Sarah says to me, "We're going to the pool after school. You can come if you want." For a split second, I see Brianna give Sarah a surprised or annoyed look. My thoughts are such a mess today. Maybe it's just my imagination. Her offer is nice, but there's no way. The love sums will be there, and I can't chance that. My stomach drops. Just the thought of them at the pool, whispering about me, making fun of my bathing suit, seeing me fall so far up the social ladder. I look at the 3 girls and feel ashamed for thinking that. Still, thanks, but I don't know. I still feel a little, well, you know. Yeah, sure, I totally get it. Oh man, I forgot about the day that Amy wrote that note, and the entire school knew about it. Anyway, she's the shyest person I know, so she could get over something like that. I remember Madame Z's words. Don't let them get the best of you, Jamie. You're a confident, cheerful person, and I hate to see them take that away from you. I stop and think. Who cares if my ex-friends are there? Who cares if I hang out with these girls? They're 1,000 times nicer anyway. I don't have to think anymore. Okay, I will. Maya. We spent our last 10 minutes sitting on the ledge. She's definitely better off with them. They all need about 10 more years to catch up to us, and it would be so funny to send them away in an honest box of training bras. Instead of finding that funny, like I normally would, I'm getting annoyed again. Can we not talk about them? Really? You like to talk about everybody else? Yeah, okay, I just don't want to talk about them. Fine, whatever. Ciela literally turns her back to me and talks to Grace. Wait, what's happening? So, Gracie, what are you wearing to the pool? Oh, I have a new bikini. It's so cute. They chat while I miserably think about Jaime. It's only been a couple of hours, but it's hitting me how much I miss her. Is being friends with C worth this? I don't know if I even like her anymore. And I can't even talk to Grace. She'd tell C, and then I'd be destroyed, just like Jai. Then again, she doesn't look destroyed. I think about everything I used to like before about Jai that's started to embarrass me over the last couple of months. But did it really? Or did it just embarrass me because it embarrassed C? Off-key karaoke, silly dance moves in gym, giving me wild, funky manicures. The bell rings and everyone starts whooping and running inside to get their stuff. 7th graders know more. Then I realize after today, I really don't know what I want for 8th. Jaime. School is done. Good riddance. Walking toward homeroom, I see the 8th graders gathering excitedly for their clap out. So lucky escaping the school. I grab my stuff from homework quickly before Maya shows up. I get on the bus before Maya does, and when she shows up, she sees me and instantly avoids eye contact. She sits with Lindsay, whose body spray has finally worn off. I sit with some 6th grader, I don't know who has the world's hugest backpack. What an end to end my school year. I'm no longer mad, sad, embarrassed, or anything. I'm just numb. I guess my body can't handle emotions anymore. When we get off the bus, I shove earbuds in, turn on my music, and briskly walk the rest of the way home. I don't turn around to see Maya is there or not. I start to regret my decision to go to the pool. At the same time, I'll feel like a coward and a total loser if I don't. Don't let them get the best of you, Jaime. I get home. Before I can change my mind about the pool, I race upstairs to change. I say a quick hi to my mom, who's working in the office. Luckily, she's too busy to notice anything's wrong. Some journalism instincts. I ignore my brother as usual. He and his best friend, Alex, are doing some science experiments in the kitchen. Nerds. I gather everything I need for the pool. Towel, comb and conditioner, lotion and sunscreen, phone, flip-flops, courage, not shown. I just need money. I head downstairs to my mom's office. I know better than to barge in when the door is open. I knock on the door frame. Depending on whether or not she's in deep concentration, she'll either be welcoming or ticked off. Hey there, how was the last day? Welcoming. Okay, can I have an allowance for the pool? She digs into her purse and hands me a $10 bill. My treat. Thanks. She scrutinizes me. You okay? You seem off. Dang, journalism instincts are working after all. Yup. I don't think so, Jai. You have that scrunchy look on your face when you're bothered by something. Is this about Maya? I noticed she hasn't been coming around lately. I hesitate. Do I tell her? She's in the middle of a deadline, so probably not the best idea. Also, I want to be mature and handle my own stuff. Isn't that what the loathsomes don't like about me? That I'm not mature enough? You can talk to me, Jai. I may be busy, but I'm here. And believe it or not, I was once a 13-year-old human too. I might relate. Maya and I are okay. I was just tired from field day. We ran into those giant tumble balls. Well, no wonder you're beat. I swear she's scrutinizing me again. That look of a journalism who knows how to catch something as a lie. Or the look of a worried mom. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. I try to ignore it. I'm okay, I swear. Alrighty then, try not to get too much sun at the pool and be home by 6. Okay. I wave by just as she gets a phone call. She gives me an experimented windward smile and thumbs up. I head out and take my time. Everyone will be at the pool by 3:30. I plan to get there a little later so that I'm not waiting around all by myself. The pool is about a 10-minute walk from my house. It's even shorter from Maya's. Dang, why am I thinking about her anyway? I need an ally. I text Anthony, careful not to cross the street while I'm at it. Last year, some kid from my school got hit by a car doing that. He was okay, but he had to spend 2 nights in the hospital. He said getting yelled at by his parents was worse than a broken leg and ribs. You going to the pool? Anthony isn't always so great about texting right back. I impatiently wait a full 4 blocks until he responds. Yeah, T and I already there. Okay, see you soon. Phew, I have people there. Good people. Real friends. Then why do I feel so jittery all of a sudden? Maya. I walk home from the bus stop, miserable. I don't even feel like going to the pool anymore. But I have to, or C will replace me with Grace as her new BFF by the end of the day. But I don't even know if I want to be C's bestie anymore. This day is just one big mess of confusion. I come home to chaos. Hey kiddo, how is your... Okay, I'm meeting everybody at the pool in 10 minutes. Who's everybody? C and Grace. What about Jaime? She can't make it. That's too bad. I haven't seen her in a... Lily, that's my nose. I take advantage and run upstairs. I'm not ready to tell my mom what happened. I change and slaughter on 3 layers of sunscreen. I may love the sun, but it doesn't love me. I reluctantly, for many reasons, walk down backstairs. Need some help? She's beyond help at this point. Go have fun. Enjoy the first day of summer. I'll try not to sell her in the meantime. I leave, relieved. I always watch Lily in the afternoon, while Mom finishes her work at home. Today I'm off the hook for the last day of school. Jaime isn't here, but I can see Anthony and Tyler goofing around in the pool. I also spot the girls Jai was hanging out with earlier. Hi. Hi, Maya. Yep, hey, Maya. Not M. Is C still being icy? Oh, that's nice. The island of misfits again. They sure got tight in like a couple of hours. For someone who's a blabbermouth, I've really calmed up. I think Anthony will like her once he finds out about the padding. Okay, that's it. We already cut Jai out. You don't have to keep talking about her. It was just a joke. Don't be so sensitive, Maya. That's how she used to talk to Jaime a few months ago. Whoa, am I next? Jaime. At the pool, I look for Sarah, Emmy, and Brianna. I see them sitting way back by the wall. My ex-friends are in the prime spot near the umbrellas. Even at the pool, there's a hierarchy. My stomach is still jittery, but I ignore the low-sum threesome and head right to the girls, who greet me. I'll get some ice pops, my treat. My dad gave me way too much cash. Thanks. She heads off while I sit with Emmy and Brianna. You okay? She gestures to the low-sums. Yeah, I'm not gonna let them ruin my time. You're handling it great. She's looking at me like I'm some kind of goddess, but she doesn't know what I'm doing everything in my power not to fall apart. I swallow. Bri throws Emmy an annoyed look. Okay, that was not my imagination. I don't know these girls that well, so again, I try to ignore it. Sarah comes back shortly with the snacks, and soon we're eating the dripping cherry ice pops. And I listen while they talk about summer plans. After a while, I even relax and join in. Except, once I start talking, I see Brianna stops. What is up with her? After we finish our snacks, the girls lie and sun themselves. I decide to head over to the pool to say hi to Anthony and Tyler, who are fooling around with a water noodle. Don't think you're allowed to have that in the pool, unless you're still learning to swim. Shh, the lifeguard hasn't caught us yet. Come in, we want to do underwater tag. Tag? Isn't that for 4th graders? He splashes me with about 30 gallons of water. I scream and laugh and jump in. Soon we're splashing one another and screaming and laughing until the lifeguard whistles and yells us to quit it. Then she gets down and confides us the water noodle. This is allowed in the shallow end. As the towering over-tan lifeguard with way too much power climbs back to her seat, we laugh and make faces. I'm finally having some fun. Then I ruin it by accidentally glancing over at the Losums. Maya looks back kinda sadly, and Ciela glares at me. For 2 girls who aren't supposed to care about me anymore, they're sure not acting like it. Maya. I miss Jai. If it were us, we'd be in the water, having swim races or jumping badly, on purpose mostly, into the pool. Ciela doesn't even want to go in the pool. She just wants to lie here and be noticed. Meanwhile, Jai is having fun and doesn't care if she's noticed or not. Fine, this is boring, let's go in. Finally. I know she just wants to go in and show off in front of the former 8th grade boys, but I didn't care. We fool around for a bit, just doing handstands and stuff. Oops. Hey. Uh-oh. Sorry. Please, like you didn't do that on purpose. I think that's all in your head. Jimmy swims back to the boys and ignores us. Grace and I try to do the same. Let's have a hold your breath contest? Okay. After our second round, we come back up for air. Where'd C go? I don't know. We look around and notice her swimming underwater towards Jaime. It's like watching a shark creep up on an unsuspecting swimmer, but worse. It's hard to see, but I can't see enough to know that she's... I grab Grace's arm, then I don't think, and scream my lungs out. Jai, look out! Jaime sees her in the nick of time and kicks away. What the heck are you doing? I was gonna grab your leg to scare you. It was a joke. Jai looks at her like Ciela's gone nuts. Maybe she has. That wasn't my leg. It was just to get even with you for bumping into me before. Now we're even. Don't be so dramatic, Jaime. Jaime starts to walk away, but turns around once more. And then something happens that I will never forget. Jaime. It happened so fast, I almost feels like it didn't happen at all. I feel fingers brush my back. At the same time, I feel a light tug on my swimsuit. I whip around to find C underwater next to me. In a flash, I haul myself out of the pool. I scream at her, and it's like she's mocking me. I was gonna grab your leg to scare you. It was just a joke.